Hey, how's it going? I'm Steve. So, on this channel, I often talk about building a structured trading system, being structured in what you do in order to create that long-term success in your trading. However, one thing that a lot of traders neglect, how their life can influence their trading. The two will merge together over time. Your lifestyle and your trading will go together as your trading life. And so it's important to understand they're not separate entities. In order to have structure in your trading, you also have to have some form of structure in your lifestyle. They really influence one another. So if your life is a mess, then your trading is also going to be a mess. That being said, if you're trading long enough and you start developing structure in your trading, it's going to influence your life also in a positive way and start to help you learn to be more structured in your lifestyle. That was true for me. I was quite a bit unorganized before I began trading. I would always have a different project running, never able to have that consistency in my life. And trading has helped me in that way to teach me how to be disciplined and to be consistent and structured in what I do and help me in that sense. So the way I've learned from trading has made me a more structured person in my daily life. I'm able to plan more effectively now, plan my day and have more of a routine and a structure that's come from trading. So they do affect one another. And I think that's one great skill we do learn from trading is to be more structured, more disciplined. If you find yourself still struggling to be structured in your trading, if your trading is chaotic and random, then maybe you need to look at your lifestyle as well and make your lifestyle a bit more organized. Don't have to be perfect, but there needs to be some form of structure in your lifestyle as well. Because if you're like an emotional wreck outside of trading in your daily life, that's only going to come into your trading as well. Trading is also going to be more chaotic. The markets can be very random in nature. There's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of chaos in the trading market, which is why it's essential that we have a consistent trading system in place to help us, to navigate us, make decisions for us almost autonomously so that we don't have to be without any kind of guiding rope within this chaotic environment of trading. So that's why we need the structure. But the same thing is in our lives is true. You know, the world is also a mess. The world is chaotic. A lot of things that we can't control, a lot of uncertainty even in our lives. And so I think that the world is almost symbolic of what the markets look like. The markets can be random. There's a lot of uncertainty. That's the state of the world we live in as well. That's not by chance. Events that happen in the world and people's emotions, you can see all of that information on the charts. That's why the charts are so chaotic. That being said, there is a lot of structure in the markets. Despite all of this, we want to have our own structure within our own trading so we can capitalize on the structure that we can find in the markets. Understanding the correct market structures, the environments that we want to operate in, when we want to be trading, what kind of positions we want to be going for, when we want to go for them, when we want to stay out of the markets, when the market is showing a behavior that we are very familiar with. These behaviors are just people on the trading charts. It's their emotions that's happening on the trading charts. And if you're in this long enough, you can almost see the indiscipline of people decision making through the candles on the charts. So yeah, I think getting your life right is very important as a trader if you want to be successful in trading over the last time. If you want that stability in your trading plan, you know, you got to have some form of stability in your life. And again, you don't have to be perfect, but I think simplifying our life is more important. Maybe too many things are going on in your life. Cut down on the unnecessary things. Make your life a little bit more simpler. You know, like a tree that you prune, you have to prune off some of the branches so that that energy can go to the rest of the tree and not waste it on some branches. Maybe there's some branches in your life, you know, that you need to reevaluate. Maybe you're spending too much time on something that's just wasting your energy, that's making your life even more complex. So simplifying our complex life in a very complex world we live in, I think is the key to having more structure just by simplifying your life. The way I simplify my life is I just cut out all the waste. Maybe I'm spending too much time on something that's not productive in my life. I don't overcommit to different projects and just simplify it and focus my energy on what I think is important, on my family, on my trading, my work, and not overcommit to many things. That just makes your life more complex. So where you can, you know, simplifying your life is a good way to add structure and make your life more structured. Also, if you want to have a healthy trading career, the most important things you would argue is your health. So making sure your body's in good shape, getting exercise. You don't have to be in the gym, or you don't have to be an athlete even, but just even doing some form of exercise daily, a few stretching. I just do a couple of lunges, every day. Just basic things that you can do to keep your body in shape. What you're eating as well. Your body's a temple, so you got to look after your body. Monitor what you're putting into your body, what you're putting into your mind, and what you're putting into your soul as well. Mind, body, soul, as best as we can. Again, we're not perfect, but just understanding that those things, who we are as a person, is going to affect our trading as well. Our trading isn't just isolated on its own, and if you're good at trading, then that's it. My life can be a mess. I'm a very unorganized person, but when it comes to trading, I'll be fine because I'll just perform well there. It doesn't work like that. It's one whole system that goes together. They influence one another, either for good or for bad. For me, again, trading has helped teach me, because I knew that I have to be organized in this if I want to get consistent results over the long term. I just knew I had to have some system built. And I've built that system over years, and that systems-based approach trading has helped influence my life. I have a bit more of a systems-based approach to everything else in my life as well. I always follow the process, never just looking at the results, wins or losses. I follow the process so that in the long term, I know I'm going to be profitable. I apply that in all areas of my life. It's a positive thing. Trading has really enriched my life in that sense. It's changed me as a person. So yeah, your person, your life is really going to affect your trading. Just understanding this and appreciating it, looking after yourself as a person, getting yourself in shape, taking care of yourself. Don't have poor relationships in your life as well. Negative friends who are bad influences on you. Things like this. We can simplify our life. Start cutting out things that are just taking away from us. Bad influences, bad habits, these things. Where we can make things easier for ourselves. And I think this is going to help contribute to the overall improvement of your trading strategy, being more organized and more structured. Hope this was helpful, and all the best for your trading journey.